Hello and welcome to the Language Learning Time Tracker tutorial. Um, this is going to be obviously a tutorial on how to use and track your study time. These are some comments we'll go over at the end, but I want to keep the first part, the tutorial, clear and concise. So for the weekly timetable, you have two views. You have this week and yesterday, and the this week view is going to be from whatever day you decide. So I start my week on Mondays, so Monday to the next Monday is what my week is going to look like, is how long it's going to be. You could do it Sunday to Sunday, Wednesday to Wednesday, does not matter. So let's go over making a new entry. You're going to click on this new bar down at the bottom, and you have to click off. It's kind of touchy, and you'll see open in side peek right here when you hover over the box. And now you don't worry about the top part just yet. And the bottom part has what kinds of studying did you do? Did you do intensive immersion, free flow, reading, or grammar study? And just so you know, these are all able to be edited. You can just go right here and click edit when you get your copy, change it to whatever you like. This is just what I do for me. So let's say I was doing intensive immersion. Now that you have selected what type, you follow these steps. So you enter the time spent studying. Say I did 30 minutes, and how many Anki cards I made. Say I made 5 flashcards, and any comments I could just say comprehension felt great. Anytime you want to give yourself a little comment, a little milestone, maybe you had really good comprehension one time. You want to celebrate those wins. So now you can either press escape or click close to close out of this. And as you can see, we now have an entry in our weekly timetable. And this can be done for anything you like. Say I come back and say I did grammar study. Say I only did 15 minutes. I was grammar, so I was looking over it. I didn't feel like making Anki cards, and maybe I don't have a comment. There we go. And you don't need to worry about this for now. This weekly time will autofill, but I'll show you why that is important right now. So now moving into the total time tables. So the total timetable has two views. You have past week and all time. Obviously, the names speak for themselves. The past week will show you within the last week what you have done. Now, it's a little touchy. It is not within the week you've specified. So, say it's Friday, it will be last Friday. If it's Thursday, it'll be last Thursday. You get the point. All time is obviously all time. So, now what you want to do, say I filled up this week's study and now it is the new week. So, unfortunately, there's no script to do this easily. So, you come in and on your weekly table, you click on the weekly time and you just want to select it to total time. And now it drops down into your total time list and out of your weekly time list. Now, why is it important to have two different lists? Well, I'll put this intensive immersion back to weekly time, and I will show you why there's a difference between weekly time and total time. When it is in your weekly time, if you scroll down to the time logs, you can see that intensive weekly time spent is 30 minutes and cards made is 5. And there is nothing for total time because it is not currently in the total time, but grammar that is in the total time is 15 minutes total, not weekly, and no cards. So this is how you differentiate what you've done this week and what you've done total. Unfortunately, there's not a way to have total include this week, but if you really want to know total, you can. There's a little calculate button. If you hover down here, you can just click sum. That'll show you all time. And now let's move this down to total time. So these are both on total time. Obviously, no, they're both on total time. So this is where the main kind of tool comes into play, where you can see exactly how much per week you are doing. And something important to note is if you hover over the bar, you can see it's 30 out of some number. Well, this is the number that I set out of minutes. I believe this is 2 hours a day for a week. I don't know. I set up this number. I think this is, 1 hour a week, 1 hour a day per week. Sorry. The way you can change this to your liking, because it's highly customizable, you want to click on this bar, the time spent bar, click edit property, and then this will show up and you say divide by how many minutes. So you'd have to pull out your calculator, do the divide how many minutes. Or Anki cards, my goal for the week is to make 70 Anki cards. That's about 10 per day, but obviously you can change this. 70, 60, 50, more, 100, as many as you want. You just want to change that number. Super easy, and that goes for anything. That goes for up here, because this is different. See, this is out of 10 up here for the day, and grammar's out of 10, and this time is out of 60. So all this can be changed to your liking. And the last thing of note is that all of your comments are going to be down here in the study comments section. So it'll show you what type of studying it was, what day it was, and what your comment was. See, I remember that comment I left before, that the comprehension felt great. Here we are right here. It says comprehension felt great. And you could even open it up. If you needed to add extra comments for some reason, there is that you didn't want to be shown in the table, there is this comment section that will just show up as a little dot next to it. But yep, that is the core of how to use the tutorial. Now I will go into little tidbits of information that you might want to know if you want to edit this. So if you just want to know how to use it, the video's over. So to go into last little bit, if you ever see this pop up, this annoys me. So I just click on filter and it shrinks it up, very concise. Something else to note, when I designed this, I have a 27-inch monitor that I designed this on, currently on my laptop. But it was all designed to not have this scroll bar here. Obviously, I mean, pisses me off. There's no reason for it. So you can shrink these columns by clicking and dragging here. I'm not going to do it to mess it up, but you can click and drag this. Obviously, you can change the names of any of these. You can, like I said, change the numbers, change the little logos. All of it is highly customizable. Some little notes, you can even change this logo. You can change this. If you're new to this, you can change the picture. You can change what it looks like. It's all customizable. Really, it's just here to help you log your studying. And then just to go over the last little bit, there's a comment drop box. Like it says here, feel free to move this to the bottom or delete it. This is just where the tutorial that you're watching right now is going to be linked in here in case you forget anything. Please do not try to reach me on Discord or any other communications besides this comment section. If you go in the comments, send me a comment, suggestion, feedback, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. I mean, feel free to share your comments. I love to hear suggestions. I would love to improve the system if I feel there's improvements to be made. If you're going to share the original work, please just do not take credit for it. I worked very hard and I would like to share it with the community. But with that being said, use for anything you would like. Other subjects, share with anyone who could benefit. Edit as you seem fit, or remove stuff if you don't want to make Anki cards. If you don't do that, remove it. Or you can hide the section. You can hide in view. So edit it exactly how you would want it to be. It will not affect my copy, it will not affect anyone else's copy, just you. And last little note, I will most likely not be updating this unless I feel that a new edition would benefit the larger community. If I have an edition that is easy to do, I might make a separate video showing how to implement that into your current build. Because if I was to roll out a new template, you would lose all of your entries. So I've already started with entries on a test run. I've had to import those all as one study session rather than multiple. So you do lose your comments, your everything. You just keep the numbers. That is it, which is okay. But just one more thing of note. And if you have any questions that weren't made clear, leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you. If not, Notion, which is the app, of course, has very good guides on their website. So if you can't figure something out with how the app works, please view their guide. I know there's a dark mode if you like dark mode. I'm just used to light mode. And yeah, that's just about it. So if you have any suggestions or comments, leave them down below. Other than that, happy studying. I hope this tool can be helpful. If not, no harm, no foul. Enjoy.